to you by
Youth, elderly, and persons with disabilities. It's time to choose our leaders. Let's show up and participate in the Special Interest Group elections. Starting June through August this year. Your vote, your voice. My vote, my voice. This message is brought to you by the Uganda Electoral Commission.
Into another session of our bulletin where we tend to bring you what's making headlines this evening. My name is Patricia Lukoma Mpango, and this is News Tonight at 10. Now, straight away into the bulletin, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has reminded police and the judiciary to fully enforce the 2024 directive barring bonds and bails to suspects implicated in theft, vandalism, corruption, and other related crimes, including rape and murder.
President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni is on the second day of the evacuation visit in Greater Mukono. In a tour which kicked off on Thursday, 19th June 2025, Museveni has interacted with the Greater Mukono regional leaders on Friday evening.
Join me in welcoming the Honorable Professor Kamuntu. This is the first time ever Uganda has attained the status of a middle-income country.
The leaders' meeting, convened by the president, was held at Mukono Parents Primary School grounds in Mukono municipality and was attended by invited delegates from Mukono, Bwikwe, Kayunga, and Vuvuma.
Government ya Uganda. President wetu wabadde empiji yatugambye mulonde bannampala anasaka anajjukiza analondola sente bayinza okuzireeta sente bazirete muzirya naye ng'omanyi ti ekituufu kya NRM.
With a population of over 1.4 million, Greater Mukono is proudly on a take-off pace.
During your current term of office, the sub-region has benefited from a number of projects, stroke programs, among which are the following. Number one, the completion of Isimba Dam, generating 183.2 megawatts, and a bridge connecting Uganda to Busoga region through Kayunga.
The leaders, however, are calling on government and the president to iron up a few shortfalls the region is facing.
The island areas, particularly Kome Island and Buvuma Island, have remained lagging behind, especially in the provision of infrastructure, i.e. transport, energy, and social services. Number 6, the unprecedented delays in the implementation of the oil palm project in Buvuma district.
Improvement of key connecting roads in the region has been proposed as a move to decongest traffic along Jinja-Mukono-Kampala Highway.
To ease traffic along Jinja Road, it is recommended to upgrade, tarmacking, alternative routes, including the following. The road from Misindye to Bukerere, via Bukerere, Kiyunga, Mayanga-Yanga, Nagoje, Namataba, stroke Lugazi. So you can exit at Lugazi. All the way from Namugongo, you can exit from that side if that road was to be tarmacked.
And thereafter, President Museveni was invited by the NRM Vice Chairperson for Buganda region to address the congregation. The president's address to the leaders covered the sectors of economy, education, security, among others.
omubi wante wemwanyi awoze bamusibe ebigwe tutewera police board kati awo tusigala na chief justice okukambulira abalamuzi kubanga bona bo bawereza bail abona mugenda kukwatagana na chief justice enkola eyo eyimirire tewali omubi alina okusibibwa okuwozebwa mangu asibibwe alivayo oluvannyuma lw'emyaka.
Museveni reiterates that Uganda's peace and security has been one of the pillars of its strength and development, thus rallying leaders to cherish it. President Museveni will be in Greater Mukono until Sunday, 22nd June 2025, as he prepares to switch to Kampala and Wakiso regions. Robert Nyango, UBC News.
Tukusaba mu butongole mukama waffe okkiriza oddemu weesimbewo ekisanja kino.
Now, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has commissioned the Mengo Presidential Industrial Zonal Hub in Kayunga District, making a total number of the hubs across the country to 19. The hub aims at skilling the disadvantaged youth from the districts of Greater Mukono, Greater Mpigi, Greater Luwero, and Wakiso.
While commissioning the Mengo Presidential Industrial Hub in Kayunga, the president noted that he was forced to start the hubs in every colonial district of Uganda because the schools failed to respect his free education policy.
Yasubiza era netandika enkola ya abaana basomere bwerere. Omwaka ogwaddako 97 twateekawo ssente eza UPE. Essente zijja naye wadde essente zijja ab'amasomero n'obukiiko bw'amasomero bukyasaba abaana ssente.
The president cautioned the school administration and management committees to respect the free education for all the Ugandans and stop charging fees in schools.
The parliament, bali bakulu, local governments, abakulu b'amasomero, abazadde obukiiko bw'abazadde kati abo foundation amakanisa n'amakereziya gatandika amasomero abo bonna bayingira mu nsonga ey'okusasuza abaana oba obutabasasuza.
The hub currently offers 6-month training in tailoring, bakery, welding, carpentry, leather design and shoemaking, building and concrete practice. Museveni pledged to add more courses such as electrical engineering, plumbing, motor vehicle mechanics.
Kati biri ebirala tugenda kwongera okubyekenneenya, tugenda kwongeramu emisomo kubanga kati waliwo emisomo gino egiriwo naye waliwo gye ngenda kwongerako nga motor mechanics, okukanika motoka, nga amazzi, ebikole by'amazzi, plumbing, nga amasanyalaze.
The hub serves all the 12 districts of Greater Mukono, Greater Mpigi, Greater Luwero and Wakiso. The leaders in the area urged the president to expand the hubs to every sub-region, since the 12 districts are too many to have one skilling hub.
I think that can be done because the idea is well justified. So I want to strongly recommend this as being a very important intervention that we exactly look for money and expand these institutions.
The students, mainly the school dropouts, have commended the president for offering them life skills at no cost.
Now, the chairman of the NRM Electoral Commission, Dr. Tanga Udoy, has highlighted a number of issues since the nomination exercise started this week. He says the commission has so far duly nominated 950 aspirants on the positions of MP, chairman LC5, and mayor. He was addressing the media at the party headquarters in Chadondo.
As the nominations for the National Resistance Movement NRM enter day 4, more aspirants continue to return their nomination forms with a lot of energy.
To reassure and reaffirm my constituents, the electorate, that we are here to defend the NRM party and our President Yoweri Museveni Kaguta in the next elections. I will be your flag bearer on the 16th of July 2025.
Myself, to serve the people of Kigorobia, continue serving actually the people of Kigorobia, and I stand on the ticket of NRM.
Shema, today we want to thank God, and what you should expect from me is that I'm ready to work with NRM government.
I've now contested as a member of parliament so that I can take out Mwanga Chivumbi, who has taken 2 decades without helping the people in our constituency.
The chairman of the NRM Electoral Commission, Dr. Tango Doi, says the process has so far been peaceful and successful.
The NRM party, we are happy with the processes both at Plot 13 and elections of special interest group that actually concluded yesterday.
He adds that so far 950 aspirants on different positions have been duly nominated since the process started.
This is not the last day. We still have a week up to 30th. So members should know that nomination continues. Yesterday we nominated 260. Today we are bound to nominate more than that because the number has increased. Overall, we have now nominated 950 people, meaning that we still have about 1,000, over 1,000 out there.
More aspirants that have been nominated include, among others, Andrew Ojok Olanya, who seeks to represent the people of Omoro County, and Don Vincent Bwana, who seeks to represent the people of Luka.
This time round, for the last 10 years, I've been on ground, and the issues of Luka are not the tents and halls the incumbent is always giving around. Our issues are roads, which we need someone who is close to the state, someone who can lobby for these roads.
I've been nominated. I kindly call upon you to support me as you've always done, because we've got a lot to finish.
Myself once again to continue with what we have done, aware of the challenges ahead, but also aware of the government plans as launched in NDP4, and I believe I'm the right person to steer my constituency.
You know, we've been missing out on government service delivery, and I bring myself to you.
I want to tell my people that I've been duly nominated today, and the journey has started.
Returning of nomination forms by aspirants on the NRM ticket continues up to 30th this month. Jane Nyuramchia reporting for UBC.
Now, relief and quiet celebration marked the arrival of the 45 Ugandan nationals in Istanbul, Turkey, following a successful evacuation from Tehran, Iran. The group, made up largely of students from Ahlul Bayt International University and one from Alame Tabatai University, arrived at the All Seasons Hotel in Aksare Faith District, where they will stay briefly before proceeding to Uganda.
Come closer, please. Come.
Welcome to the Republic of Turkey. My name is Yusura Teperu. I I am Uganda's ambassador to the Republic of Turkey. So I want to use this chance on behalf of Uganda to welcome you, the Republic of Turkey, and to give you assurance that you are safe, and the Uganda Embassy in Ankara, moving forward, will be able to ensure that you're taken back home safely. Number two, I am not alone, but I'm here with the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, which is responsible for all global matters, and the Embassy of Uganda in Ankara, to work together to ensure you exit the border of Iran and enter into the Republic of Turkey, and to ensure that while here you are safe from the moment you enter up the time when you exit.
Basically, to ensure that you're taken back home safe and sound. What we want you to assist us with is to reach out to any other Ugandan students, if you have their contacts, that are still in Tehran. Share that information with us so that we can reach out and we see how we get them out of Tehran as well. So the other aspect is to encourage you. You've been very calm. I know the journey was long. How many kilometers? You didn't even count, eh? It was a very long journey. 38 hours journey. So because of that, you're going to rest here for a day or two as we arrange to Entebbe.
Pressure, being calm, receiving our calls every time we called, we are really so grateful. And then to the students, I want to thank you so much for being patient with everything. I know some people will say we were not patient, but we were really patient. Since the war started like on Thursday last week, up to now, it's like a week after, a week of listening and seeing missiles on top of us, but we have endured. We have tried our best, and I want to thank everyone for cooperating.
Well, indeed, we thank God. Now, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has urged Ugandans to embrace technology and innovation from an early stage and education to promote economic stability and foster regional integration. The Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Thomas Taiyewa, delivered the message on his behalf during the closure of the National Science Week 2025 at Kololo Ceremonial Grounds.
The 5-day National Science, Innovation and Technology Week, held under the theme Made in Uganda, Innovation to Market, has concluded this Friday. The event brought together a range of participants, including innovators, young entrepreneurs, scientists, investors and private sector players, all showcasing products that highlight Uganda's growing capacity to turn local ideas into commercially viable solutions.
This is our science-led journey for socio-economic transformation. And this year, we have progressed from breaking silos, creating a joint aspirations, to making sure we have given structure to science, and now we are ready to go to market.
Before officially closing the event on behalf of President Museveni, Deputy Speaker Thomas Taiyewa toured various innovators' exhibitions, including the launch of 2025 Model Kayola bus to improve service delivery to Ugandans.
Equipped with Wi-Fi so that you stay connected as you take that journey. The bus is equipped with comfortable, electronically controlled air suspension system, which is multi-stage. Optimistic that the introduction of this particular product and this model is going to provide opportunities for people, not only the commuters, but also opportunities for the transport entrepreneurs.
President Museveni, in his message, commended the Science, Technology and Innovation Secretariat for its pivotal role in providing a platform for innovators, citing that it's helping Uganda gain international recognition.
This sector is prime for the African market, where the pharmaceutical industry is worth USD 20 billion and is predicted to reach USD 70 billion by 2030. Africa imports between 70 to 90% of her healthcare inputs, ranging from vaccines, drugs, diagnostic kits, and medical equipment, among others. And Uganda imports 95% of this.
He emphasized the importance of research in building stronger markets for locally developed innovations.
I encourage you to build Uganda and buy Ugandan products, Bobo. The spirit of patriotism and Pan-Africanism must be deeply rooted in all Ugandans in order for us to cause a complete socio-economic turnaround.
Several scientists were recognized for their outstanding contribution in science, technology, and innovations. Among the awardees were Dr. Matthias Magola for Dye Pharma, Dr. Richard Kaziro of Kaziro Company, and Isaac Musasis of Kira Motors.
With this kind of manufacturing unit what we are putting, we will be in a different sphere, different orbit in terms of the self-reliant of the medicine, in terms of the import substitution of the medicine, in terms of the quality medication, in terms of the affordability of it.
To me, I feel Uganda has a lot of science to be attended to. I invite more scientists to join us in the journey of drug discovery, because Uganda has a lot of plants that can be studied and that they can be developed and standardized to be drugs that can help our country.
Other innovators during the closure of the Science Week called on government for support to boost their production and enhance the delivery of high-quality Ugandan products.
Tufuna funding zammwe budget ziyitibwa ez'aba innovators technology neffe nga ffe bakayira neffe tuziganirwamu amaanyi nga tuggwamu.
Rebecca Natongo, Helen Gizamba, UBC News.
The Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Education and Sports, Dr. Kidris Turiagenda, has urged schools and innovators to make science natural and accessible for the youth. Ms. Turiagenda was officiating at the launch of What If Festival held this Friday on 20th June 2025 at the ICT Innovation Hub in Nakawa.
Innovation Hub in Nakawa, Dr. Kidris Turiagenda, the Permanent Secretary at the Ministry of Education and Sports, called on schools, content creators, and innovators to establish platforms that can help youth to naturally embrace science and technology. She emphasized the importance of making science more accessible by creating free practice spaces where students can explore without financial barriers.
Using simple materials, enabling the students and the youth to have a touch, to create spaces where youth can come and practice without paying, so that they pick the skills and the interests that will help us to get a bigger volume of young people able to do innovations and progress. And that will help now the products of the system to come out when they have had already an opportunity to think for themselves critically, to solve problems, and that will contribute towards our national development plan.
The event marked the launch of the What If Festival, part of Uganda's Innovation Week in collaboration with Enabel. Jean K. Maki, the Vice Chairperson of Startup Uganda, highlighted the festival as a celebration of bold ideas and creative risk-taking.
And it's beyond showcasing, it's creating cross-pollination between different players in the ecosystem. Startups cannot work in isolation, government cannot work in isolation, private sector cannot work in isolation. So we bring that all together as we forge a way on how we can make innovation thrive in this country.
William Mobidu, the Annabelle's program manager, urged the Ministry of ICT and the government to invest in awareness campaigns and innovation festivals to equip youth with digital and innovation skills.
It's our call for the government and also other partners to ensure that these innovations of the youth are embraced, are funded, youths are given opportunities to come and showcase, like the way you see today, they are showcasing what their innovations and then ideas. And I believe that this will really be key in ensuring that digitalization is promoted across the entire country.
The ICT Hub in Nakawa, Uganda's nucleus of digital information, provided an ideal setting
For this call to action, innovators showcased products, shared ideas, and committed to finding practical solutions to today's pressing challenges.
We might not be here tomorrow, but our children will be here. We need to make sure we take care of the environment for them.
We designed opticists and prothesists for beneficiaries, and we get them printed here. How does it work? It's quite easy. We are deploying the communities. They identify some potential beneficiaries, people that have some limbs that are not straight, some problem that can be solved with such devices.
We support this initiative. So by being here, our presence is much appreciated by the participants and organizers to see how we can enhance this and support it in any way. Our participation is very simple. We are giving a ticket to Europe to the best winner of the digital innovation.
Charity Marian Imnat and Chontawari Proskovia for UBC.
Now, the veteran politician, Honorable Crispus Kionga, also Makerere University Chancellor, has submitted his nomination papers for the Bukonzo West constituency seat ahead of the 2026 general elections. Speaking after his submission, Kionga highlighted the unmatched track record pointing to years of service that transformed lives in his constituency.
Of Parliament for Bukonzo West constituency in Kasese district. Besides, I also want to, without fear of any contradiction, declare that he is the Chancellor of Makerere University.
Makerere University Chancellor Honorable Crispus Kionga is among the NRM members vying for the Bukonzo West constituency parliamentary seat in the 2026 elections.
The process is therefore now set for me to participate fully in the primaries, which I look forward to winning so that I can recapture the leadership of the constituency. I've led that constituency from 1994 up to 2016 when I took some leave. It's time now for me to come back, mainly to ensure that things that have stalled, things that have not been moving since I left service of the constituency can now be moved forward.
Crispus Kionga served in multiple ministerial and diplomatic roles, says Kasese district, particularly in Bukonzo West, needs a leader to revamp the economic well-being of the people.
My track record speaks for itself. In the constituency, for example, where I'm going to contest, where I come from, every 5 years I had strong programs for the population, which covered food security, covered income, for example, coffee. My district, and particularly the constituency, is the lead area in coffee production. In fact, in the whole of Uganda, Kasese district is only beaten by Bukoma Nsimbi in Greater Masaka. Now, since I left, these developments have stalled, and we want to revive them.
He decried the stagnation of development since his departure, vowing to revive health services, water supply, and education infrastructure.
Because I had been in leadership for a long time, people had reached a level of thinking that anybody else could do what I did. Bring electricity, bring water, expanding health services, including persuading government to build a government hospital. But since I left, and when I left, I was posted to China by President Museveni as ambassador. When I came back, people were crying that 10 years had been lost. And therefore, they think it is time for us to go back and continue where we stopped.
Kionga is not holding any position that requires resignation and is fully focused on reclaiming the seat.
No, I'm not holding any position that requires resignation.
Despite a 10-year absence, Chionga says he remains very strong on the ground, with locals calling for his return.
The discipline of NRM, we are the builders of NRM, and we must demonstrate the highest degree of discipline. In the unlikely event that I didn't win the primaries, I would support whoever would have been the winner.
The ex-defense minister returned to the race amid strong grassroots backing. Relatedly, Irene Adokorach has officially been nominated as a candidate for the woman member of parliament position in Chiriandongo district ahead of the upcoming elections.
I want to thank my NRM government and most especially His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda, having giving us this opportunity to work for the country. As Chiriandongo district, I want to say I've been nominated, and you know the vibe which is outside there. We are ready to work for you. We are requesting that this time, let's select leaders who are really capable for this country. Chiriandongo needs a lot. We need a discussion with parliamentarians, ministers. I'll be moving up and down in different ministries to lobby for my district.
She outlined priorities of improving access to quality education and health care, enhancing women's economic empowerment, among others.
Especially in terms of water, electricity, the health departments, we really need to work hard to say that our people of Chiriandongo also benefit from the national cake. This is something I can talk about. Then, as I earlier on discussed, we know we come from a refugee settlement area. Chiriandongo hosts a very big number of the refugees in this country. We need also to have a discussion that as the planning goes on, Chiriandongo should take a keen interest. We do plan with the communities, with the government, because when you look at the resource envelope that comes in Chiriandongo district, it is too small. We need to have a discussion.
Sudat Kaye, UBC News.
A little bit away from politics. Now let's look a bit about the elders. Minister of State for the Elderly Affairs, Gidudu Mafabi, has reaffirmed government commitment to end elderly abuse through promoting inclusiveness across the sectors of the economy. Speaking at the commemoration of the World Elderly Abuse Awareness Day held at City Hall, Mr. Gidudu condemned all sorts of violence against this sect of people.
The commemoration of the World Elderly Abuse Awareness Day brought together senior citizens from all divisions in Kampala to strengthen the fight against elderly abuse.
This group, especially the youth, are the one much violating our rights.
Permanent Secretary, Elderly Affairs Ministry, Agri Chibengi, said elders still face challenges like discrimination, albeit adding that some of these abuses are self-inflicted through poor parenting practices.
The children who don't have any skills, the children who are idle, the chances of not getting survival skills to take them through up to old age, chances of not getting survival skills and survival resources are very high. Therefore, they are going to be fighting with their children and causing or accelerating elder abuse.
National representative of NGOs, Arthur Namara, emphasized the need for collaborative efforts and inclusivity for older men, especially as they lose economic power.
Older men too are vulnerable, particularly as they age and lose economic power. Some of them go to what we call andropause.
The chairman for National Council for Older Persons thanked the government for enhancing efforts to bring inclusiveness of older persons.
For confessed in the Kampala State Council that they have received the money for setup, they are receiving the money for stage, and some people are receiving the money from Paris Development. That is an effort being done by Ministry of Gender, National Council, with the help of our Minister of State for Elder Affairs.
Minister Gidudu has highlighted the efforts of the government to promote inclusiveness of older persons, reaffirming their commitment to strengthen their welfare.
We have said special enterprise grant for older persons. We're given 10 billion, but because of competing needs, they released the 5. Again, that was a grant. You come together as a group and each gets 1 million, you do an enterprise you like. Guard what we have got jealously. When you are electing, elect wisely. Don't elect people without integrity. Don't elect dishonest people. Don't elect corrupt people, because if you do, they will wipe out all this.
This year's Elderly Abuse Awareness Day was celebrated under the theme, Strengthening Coordination to End Elder Abuse.
Here's your chance to win school fees for your child for a whole year. Just pay school fees using Momo.
Hi, Mengo Senior School. We are here to reward one of our winners that paid school fees with Momo, and they got themselves school fees for a whole year.
The winner is my little sister. We loaded the money on my line. We did a payment. So basically that's the story behind as to why it's me and then mom. It's such a relief for any parent, because you imagine sitting at the back and knowing the child is going to do school for a full year. You're not worried about anything whatsoever. So I'm excited. Thank you, MTN.
This is continuous, so please, I call upon everyone to continue paying school fees with Momo. Dial *165 *80# and pay school fees with Momo and stand a chance to win school fees for a whole year.
I got to learn about the Powerball through the website www.nationallottery.go.ug. Played Powerball tickets worth 5,000, used an option of quick pick, and that's how I was able to be the lucky one to win 35 million. I checked my tickets online and I found out that I had winning numbers. The feeling was incredible and full of excitement. I would advise everyone who is 18 and above that whatever you're seeing here exemplifies reality. And I want to take this opportunity to thank Uganda National Lottery for bringing us this opportunity to win millions.
Uganda National Lottery. Dream, play, win. Uniquely ours. Explore Uganda.
You got us on your wallet. Bobby, again! What's the drama?
Drama? Colleagues, elections for special interest groups are calling. SIGs, elections, youth, PWDs, elderly. It's time to vote for our leaders, June through August. From village to parish to district to nationals, youth, PWDs, elderly. It's time, go vote your leaders. No! FOB! Elections are supposed to be peaceful. Easy vote, okay?
Youth, elderly, and persons with disabilities. It's time to choose our leaders. Let's show up and participate in the special interest group elections. Starting June through August this year. Your vote, your voice. My vote, my voice. This message is brought to you by the Uganda Electoral Commission.
The second National Symposium on Land Governance in Uganda is here, happening this 27th of June 2025 at the Parliamentary Conference Hall. This year's theme, Securing Women's Agricultural Land Ownership, a Political and Development Imperative. The chief guest will be the Right Honorable Robin Anabanja, the Prime Minister of the Republic of Uganda. The symposium is organized by the Uganda Parliamentarians Land Management Forum in collaboration with the Minister of Lands, Housing and Urban Development, with support from IGAD and development partners. Please note, participation is strictly by invitation. Together, let's advance women's land rights for a more inclusive and sustainable Uganda.
Welcome back from that short break as we head over to Chagwe Mukono, the Minister of Lands, Housing and Urban Development, Honorable Judith Nabakoba, has officially announced the reopening of land transactions for the Mukono Chagwe land blocks, especially Block 190, 193 and 530. Honorable Nabakoba made this announcement during a press briefing held at the Uganda Media Center.
Amid a surge in cases involving fraudulent land titles which have led to property losses, Minister for Lands Judith Nabakoba stated that land speculators are exploiting legal loopholes to grab land. In response, the government has conducted civic hearings aimed at harmonizing customary and formal land ownership systems. The minister revealed that new scientific methods have been introduced to improve the tracking and verification of genuine land owners. Some land titles have already been cancelled after no claims were made despite due to notice of cancellation.
Over the years, the ministry operated a manual registration system that had several limitations. And after computerizing the land register, we could detect a number of issues. For example, multiple overlapping titles in some of our urban areas.
The Acting Commissioner for Land Registration, Johnson Bijura, added that steps have been taken to address the growing issue of fraudulent land titles which have affected financial institutions and undermined trust in the system.
One of the biggest measures we have taken was the digitization process. This process has helped us to expose a lot of human errors which were done during the manual era.
And to that effect, we are also going to have blockchain introduced to make sure that our register is enhanced, made safe, but also very easy for members of the public to use. We want to see that we limit face-to-face interface, but also create an avenue or a system which is safer for everybody, but also which is very difficult to be tampered with.
Swawini Anet Sana reporting for UBC.
Now, a junior to Kwasibwe 45, a teacher and head of Educate, a child street children Uganda, has been convicted of 5 criminal charges, including aggravated defilement, rape, child trafficking, and operating an approved children's home in Kabale District. Justice Richard Wejuli delivered the judgment after 3 years of legal proceedings.
Aged 45 years, Junior Kwasibwe was brought from Nuzila Government Prison to receive the judgment in the offences he has been grappling with for now 3 years. Before Justice Richard Wejure, Junior Kwasibwe is facing 12 counts of rape, aggravated defilement, aggravated trafficking in children, and operating an unauthorized children home. Justice Wejure, after listening to the evidence from the 9 witnesses presented to court by the prosecution, found Kwasibwe Jr. guilty with 2 counts of raping 2 girls he was taking care of at school.
She expressly denied consent and detailed physical resistance. He held my hands, started undressing me. I told him I was going to shout. He pressed his hand on my mouth. When asked if she consented to the sex at the guest house, she stated as follows, and I quote, "No, he forced me and had sex with me." Her fear was compounded by Kwasibwe's position of authority as the head of the organization, which gave him significant influence over her and other children.
Court also found Tukwasiwe guilty of aggravated trafficking in children.
The assessor's guilty opinion is correct and is upheld. The accused is convicted on count number 11. When the accused person guilty of the offense of trafficking in persons contrary to section 31A.
Being that he was operating an organization, Educated Child Street Children Uganda, upon investigations, it was discovered that the organization that operated from 2013 to 2018 was operating without a license from the Ministry of Gender, Labour and Social Development.
For want of evidence culminating into failure to prove the charges brought by the prosecution against the accused person in respect of counts 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, and 10, I do acquit the accused person of all the charges in respect thereof. In count 33, aggravated trafficking in children, was convicted. In count 4, aggravated trafficking in children was.
However, court acquitted Tukwasiwe with aggravated trafficking in children, following the prosecution's failure to prove the offences beyond reasonable doubt and to bring witnesses, including the victims, to testify in court.
The complete absence of evidence regarding Sheila creates an insurmountable gap once again. Also, corroborative statements renders this ingredient unproven. Specific evidence is required. The ingredient was not proved. None of the ingredients for this offense were proved.
Other offences where Tukwasiwe was acquitted were 2 counts of rape and aggravated defilement. Judge Richard Wejula set 24th June 2025 to sentence the convict Junior Tukwasiwe, and he was further remanded. In the evidence, prosecution told court that Junior Tukwasiwe operated an approved children's home, Educated Child Street Children Uganda, with over 40 children. The organization was situated in Kabale district, where it operated from 2013 to 2018. Deborah Namamonde, Viola Nansuboga, UBC.
Well, thank you very much, Deborah Namamonde. Now, Lubaga Hospital has launched a surgical camp and a bid to promote quality health care and general well-being of Ugandan populace. According to the hospital management, the 10-day camp will offer all surgical services at a subsidized cost of up to 50% of what a given patient would incur elsewhere for the same service.
Last year, Max Opio suffered an accident that maimed his body and left him with a badly fractured arm.
Right now I feel better. Wanga an accident was go kumi katisawa zino, which means 80 miles.
Opio attests that whereas this restored his arm, it did not leave him the same financially, a reason that was soon blocking him from undergoing another major surgery. Today, Max Opio is one of the thousands of patients that are listed to benefit from the just launched subsidized specialized surgery camp.
He sustained a fracture about 8 months ago, which we fixed. His left is still already has. The fracture is now healed. We're going to remove the implant.
Surgery is a brave act. Yes, but with the right mind and faith, and with the intercession of the Holy Uganda Matters, we are certain that as we treat, they continue with the healing.
All this came to light during the hospital's annual health assembly, which offered an opportunity for the institution to give accountability to its stakeholders.
We do community outreaches, programs tailored to meet the unique needs of our local population. Here we go as low as addressing their social, mental, and a holistic care in the community. We find them there and we offer them the care at free services and sometimes to an affordable service.
The annual health assembly coincided with the unveiling of the Archbishop Cyprian Kizito Lwanga monument at the now one-year-old Archbishop Cyprian Kizito Lwanga Specialist Center.
We're a hospital that wants to do corporate social responsibility to our clients in the catchment community, and this was a very strong theme of the late Archbishop Cyprian Kizito Lwanga. So today, as we commission his monument and try to immortalize him and his achievements and his vision, we have set up this camp to be able to take care of the less privileged person in the community and ensure that they get quality care at a subsidized cost.
According to the hospital records, Uganda Matters Hospital Lubaga served 9,000 inpatients, delivered 3,392 mothers, and carried out 5,122 major surgeries in the financial year ending this June. Sudat Kaye, UBC News.
Now looking at milk depots, with rural consumers often left out of the processed milk market due to the access barriers, new milk depots are being rolled out across the country to change the narrative. Now from Katete to Karanonya and soon to Sanga and Mbarara Regional Referral Hospital, these newly established outlets are making milk products available at factory prices.
The model doesn't just push affordability, it brings milk closer to communities that have been long underserved.
What we are doing here at the moment is ground opening of a second depot in Kolanoria. It's a depot belonging to Lakeside Dairy, bringing the products that we do, that is yogurt, strawberry, vanilla, chocolate and plain, and also UHT milk, to the market within Kolanoria.
The campaign, which first gained traction in central Uganda, is now sweeping across Mbarara, Yibanda, Isinjiro, Kigezi, and the Rwenzori region, with plans underway to reach eastern and northern Uganda.
It's automatic that whenever you open a depot, employment has to be obtained. So this means on one way or another, employment of other personnel who are qualified for the job obtain that chance of work in this place. So employment is being promoted in one way or another, both at the depots. It means if the depots are increasing to be opened, as this one now in Kolanoria, it means more production will be required. So also employment at the factory level has been increased.
With Uganda's per capita milk consumption lagging at 64 litres, a far cry from the 200 litres recommended by the World Health Organization, such efforts could dramatically close that gap.
We've opened a new depot in the Kolanoria area to make sure all customers get our products. We make sure we move all in the corners around Kolanoria to make sure everyone gets our product and make sure the milk consumption also increases.
As access improves, demand rises. The farmers are motivated to supply more and better quality milk.
We encourage our farmer during this dry season to feed on food supplements, that is hay and silage, to the cow, so that the production of the milk does not reduce and the quality of the milk does not deteriorate. It remains of the same quality and the same production, so that they can maintain the demand that we need with our factories that we need from them.
Sudat Kaye, UBC News.
I'd like to thank all our clients, our valued taxpayers, the people that we serve as we collect revenue for building our nation. I thank you very much for the questions you have sent through this program of Buza Commissioner. On behalf of URA, I'd like to pledge that we are committed and we will continue to answer all the questions that you ask through this platform. The whole purpose for this program is to ensure that your pain points, your questions are efficiently responded to. So I would like to encourage all our taxpayers who have questions to ask to please utilize this program that we are running on UBC, that will be receiving your questions through the numbers that you've been given, and URA will be available to answer these questions every Monday and every Wednesday during the 8 o'clock news bulletin. And then on Sunday, after the news, we'll have a full response to all the questions that will have come in during the week. I thank UBC for supporting us in reaching our taxpayers, and I thank our taxpayers for responding positively to this program. Thank you very much.
Buza Kamiso now.
Brought to you by
Well, welcome into the world of business. Now, in a bold statement to strategic public investment, Airtel Uganda has handed over a 50.3 billion shillings in dividend. It's a check to the National Social Security Fund, marking a significant return on NSSF's stake and the telecom giant. The payout follows NSSF's participation in the Airtel's IPO last year, underscoring growth, investment and confidence in Uganda's capital markets.
We are handing over the dividend check to NSF. NSF is our biggest shareholder here, and since the IPO, this is the first time we are giving the dividend check. We've been paying quarterly, but the ceremony of handing over the check, over the period we have paid over 50 billion from the investment of about 199 billion, and we believe that is a very decent return, and it comes out of the efficiencies that Airtel and the growth potential and the revenue generation is able to generate out of this market, and also give back to the shareholders. And we think that this is a good performance, and we thank NSF for the confidence in our performance, for believing in us and supporting us to grow. As
last year's contributions were about 1.8 trillion shillings. This year, we think it's going to be around 2 trillion shillings. So what you are finding is more and more people are actually saving, and you will kind of discover that savings matter. And people are contributing and people are saving. So we have savings that are coming more and more as people are complying. You members of the fund are actually helping us, because what you do is we send you these messages every month to say that we've received your contributions. Guess what happens when you don't see that contributions? Your first port of call is to your HR. Did you send our money? So in a way, you are becoming our ears and eyes, and that's driving the growth of that. The next growth comes from what you call the net income, the investments we make, less the expenses that go into making those contributions.
Airtel Uganda will remain your technology enabler, powering your offices, enabling your operations, and backing your growth with reliable and, of course, affordable connectivity.
Now, members of the Business Network International Diamond Chapter has reported business closed with a total of over 718 million shillings within the last week. This happened during the induction of members of Sky Hotel Nakuru.
$718,175,000 shillings has been realized within the last week from the members of BNI Diamond Chapter Business Closed title. The report presented at Sky's Hotel Nakuru shows commitment and collaboration at Business Network International Diamond Chapter, which is one of the most active chapters within BNI Uganda. Diamond Chapter is committed to building strong relation and trust amongst the members to incorporate visibility and growth in the business world. The organization also aims at helping its members increase their business through referrals and networking. Diamond Chapter is extending its operation in districts within Central and other regions targeting business holders. The president affirmed their vision to grow and become one powerful chapter in Uganda.
Vision is to grow BNI Diamond into the most impactful and profitable chapter in Uganda, achieving 65 members and empowering each member to generate at least 100 million in business by September 2025.
Morris explained his journey with Diamond chapter and focus his communication to the youths and those willing to change their lives through an engagement that bring different business people together to confide in one another while networking and referring businesses.
BNI is a space of business professionals, a space of business leaders. So it is the right space to be because you get to interact with very many like-minded people who are doing business, and we refer each other business.
Yason called on businessmen to have tax education and work with tax professionals to make profits.
Have tax education and tax planning. So when you have tax planning, you make sure you meet all your tax obligations on time and it's accuracy.
And stretched on the one-on-one referral and why it is very vital for enhancing business, while Charity expressed her feelings after induction into Diamond chapter.
BNI, a one-to-one, is when one business owner meets another business owner to understand them better.
Actually inducted into BNI. I've officially made 2 months in BNI. It has been such a ride, and I cannot begin to explain or express what the experience has been like.
Okello Charles Madid for UBC.
Now into the world of sports as we wind up, the National Sports Act assented to in August 2023 provides a framework for the administration, development and regulation of sports in the country. All sports entities in Uganda were required to have adopted a new governing framework in sync with the Act by today, Friday, 20th June 2025.
And we had a lot of fun.
The game was very good. I played very well. The course was in good condition. Yeah, I enjoyed myself on the course. I won it last year, so it's always fun to play it. And when such a competition comes, it's always good to come out and try your best.
It was good. Didn't lose a ball. Our yellow ball, we came back with it, so we think we are well. The schedule of people playing, it was actually oversubscribed. That means that we got more players than we expected. So I really want to thank the golfers for embracing the game of golf, but most importantly, the NCBA series. This is our first series here, and we certainly are happy with the turn-up. But certainly the quality of golf has greatly improved, and that is part of NCBA's plan. That is part of our goal to ensure that we improve the game of golf in Uganda.
Well, that was a story about the golf, and of course the first leg of the NCBA golf series included with the game concluded with Gabriel Amani Bio scoring a massive 47 points to claim the overall prize as the leg officially teed off in Uganda this week. Now, as we wind up, we look at sports law art.
Uganda.
Hello, Kampala, Uganda. In response to the national call of strengthening the traffic security, Good Products Group HGO brand has officially launched the Rider Selection Campaign. Registration is now open. Visit www.riders.hgo.com. Complete your registration now for a chance to win exciting prizes including motorcycles, exclusive HGO gift boxes, and official rider vests, all while promoting safe riding awareness. This is how to participate. Pay the registration fee, invite 3 friends to form a team of 4, and your registration fee will instantly be refunded. Begin your journey of honor today. Don't miss this opportunity. Join the challenge, promote road safety, and become a pioneer rider. For details, visit the official Good Products website at www.hgo.com or call toll free 0800-335-555 or visit our offices at Kingdom Kampala 3rd floor to register now and win prizes worth millions.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Some will share, others do as they like. Some is just a flesh, them want for tail retard.
Welcome to Skunking Race. Santos DJ representing every single Friday. 11 p.m. is your time. Short time now. Skunking Race. Different until tonight. Representing Santos DJ. Me no choose so me no lose, so tell them go on down the ways. Money is order of your day. Choosing your way, that won't stay. What you come to prove, I don't choose. Well then, you're this Rastafari included.
Follow DJ Santos on Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, and DJ Santos 256. Everyone deserves to burn, so let's crown us all with success. All in a farm, yeah, yeah, hey, no, I'll be there on days of my life. First to the milk where I'll be older with my sight. Some will share, others do as they like. Some are just a flesh, them off it here with all them fox some nights. Some don't give the rotted like eyes, waiting to see you fall. Yes, I'm all in a farm. Everyone deserves to burn.
Represent Light Friday, Skunking Race, Santos DJ. Oriental lovers in the building. Hi, how are you doing, everyone? Where you are watching from?
Pull it up, stop it. That Junior Wicked. Yes, you got to be strong and build the best you can. So the world is out there, conquer your face, and don't you wait too long. Yes, you got to be strong and build the best you can. So the world is out there, conquer your face, and don't you wait too long. Aye, how are you doing? Long time I haven't seen you. Hope you're being a seven like a good big different citizen. Nothing comes easy, you got to work hard, I'm telling you. Up and pray for the best, cause I believe in you. Not a lot of stereotype of cleanliness when triggering you. Thanks for your love and your life. For us
DJ Santos 256.
Sing a song, whoa. Yes, you got to be strong and build the best you can. And so the world is out there, conquer your face. And don't you wait too long. Yes, you got to be and build the best you can. The world is out there, conquer your face. And don't you love
Education gets to you that it's the very thing. Too much separation and it doesn't doing anything. I will make you do wrong, it make you involved in so many things. Not because you need it, you kill and run for everything. Cannot rape the lady, cannot teach the little baby things. Love you and not let the Rastafari, so we do it thing. And hail the King of Kings, up on the wing of wings. Judgment harder and go, now we sing. Yes, he got to be strong.
Follow DJ Santos on Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok at DJ Santos 256.